Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Let's take another look here at ICP, see what's going on. We're going to double check some important, well, I wouldn't say it's super important, but we're going to check out some fib levels here, kind of see areas of retracement. But also more importantly, I would say, is this liquidation data on the back end, kind of see if there's any incentive for the price to go up or down. While we're waiting for that to load, please hit the like button, comment below. Deeply appreciate that. Really appreciate just amazing feedback and awesome community that I have as well. So really love to work with you. Appreciate you very much. Now, when we take a look here at ICP, we want to double check 420, 380. There's those lower areas of liquidation that could occur in the relative near future. So we gotta presume it's going to happen until it doesn't, right? That's the concept, because the market is truly bearish. We're probably going to keep going lower. However, we are starting to see some shorter time frame divergences or convergences out, depending on how you look at it, on the Bitcoin, Solana, SUI, a lot of major coins, including this one, are looking like they have these short-term trend reversals. So once more, just kind of friendly advice here. Be careful taking trades with any coin in the market right now. But I can tell you that at this point here, we're not super close to that lower area of liquidation, so it's not super concerning. Okay, so simple way to understand it is, between 490 and 550 should be the next potential target for us if we continue higher. Obviously, we continue lower, we should see 440 and or possibly even $4. Okay, so just be mindful. That's a very distinct reality. Let's take a look here at the open interest, or sorry, liquidation delta for this coin. We can see there's just a ton of shorts in this coin. Okay, so unlike most other coins where it's kind of jumping up and down, kind of the momentum is shifting, this coin has just tremendous amount of selling pressure. Okay, so that does suppress the price and increase the odds of failure if you consider taking a long against this. That's kind of the concept. Now, it's not to say that those shorts can't still get squeezed out, or just the simple fact that what goes down must come up at some point. But just know what you're inherently taking more risk on if you're taking along with this coin until we cross over a specific threshold, which to me is that $5 range, based on not only open interest, but just being an easy round number. $5 has been a previous support range for us. As you can see, we held $5 fairly well previously, but we lost it pretty hard here. So I think it's safe to presume we're going to see some resistance at $5. Just throwing it out there. So if you are in a long position, consider securing profits between now and $5. That's kind of the concept. I'll save you some time. The daily time frame looks terrible. All altcoins right now are just looking the same. There's just nothing to see on the daily time frame. If you're watching anybody else that says there's a hidden bullish convergence on the daily time frame, then I think you should maybe consider second guessing their mentality on trading, because there's nothing here really telling us that we're going to see a reversal. We can, however, see that there is an overextension. That's pretty common right now, though. Overextensions mean very little in crypto. I've noticed over the years that just with manipulation and these constant tariff threats, we're going to see this kind of price action, and we're going to see these kind of overextensions. But either way, we're tentatively bottoming out because of that, and we've had almost 4 days now above 460 as a rough estimate. So 460 appears to be that nice little support for us. Having said that, 4-hour time frame, we are just breaking above the 20-day SMA, closer to the 50. These are usually favorable signs letting us know we have a short-term trend reversal. We're seeing this same pattern on almost every single almost every single chart on the 4-hour time frame with altcoins specifically. In other words, money flow index is above the RSI. That's always a very good sign. Stochastic swinging up, we're above that RSI here on them. The SMA on the RSI. These are all significantly beneficial signs letting us know that further upside would be much more practical. Under the impression we're in a practical market, right? That is impractical thoughts. So the simple way to understand it here is that pending we don't get any manipulative candle wicks to the downside to manipulative Trump tweets, for example, and the price action just dumps on us like we've been seeing over and over and over again, then there's a distinct probability we go higher with this coin. Because most coins are exuding the same behavior. Just know, as soon as we get some kind of tariff news, the market's going to pull back, all coins are going to dump, and Bitcoin dominance is going to shoot up. It's basically been the same thing as we've rinsed and repeated that like 30 out of 60 trading days in the last 2 months. So it's pretty ridiculous. Difficult to trade, but at this point right now, we have some light at the end of the tunnel. Distinct probability to go higher. Just keep in mind, we're going to have some local resistance here at about 480 if we continue upwards, based on that being the local high here. And then, of course, $5 is that secondary resistance level based on open interest and just that heavy confluence at $5 that we've seen previous, that was a previous support, should work as a new resistance moving forward. So that's kind of where we're at there, folks. It's not phenomenal, but from a short-term perspective, if you're going to just get in and get out, it's a good situation, okay? That's kind of where we're at. Hopefully that makes sense and we described that correctly. I deeply appreciate you watching. Thanks again so much for your time and support. Join us over on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you haven't yet already. We got all of our playout charts and everything's available there for you. Try to keep it as fresh as possible. All right, folks, have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.